Hey there, this is Becky DeGrossa, CEO and founder of Counseling Wise. Have you ever wondered if you should accept blog posts from other people? That's what this video is about. I often get this question from therapists. Here's an example of one. A therapist sent me this the other day. I just got an email from someone who wants to post an article on my site. Is there any reason I should or shouldn't let this happen? So if you have ever received the same kind of email from somebody, this video will help you. I'm going to walk you through whether or not you should and how to determine that. Okay, so the first step is to understand why this person would be contacting you in the first place. Why would they want to write for you? Typically, there are two reasons. One, they either want a backlink from your site to theirs to improve their ability to rank. Okay, now if you're, like for instance, if your site is if your site's been up for a while, it has pretty good authority from Google, and they can write for you and then get a backlink from you via that blog post, then that could improve their ability to rank. Okay, so that's one of the reasons people ask to guest post on other people's sites. Another reason is that if you're a well-known expert in a certain niche, then being published on your site could really increase somebody else's credibility. Okay, so let's say that you're a sex therapist, and maybe you're national. Maybe you teach other sex therapists how to address certain facets of sex therapy. Well, if a local sex therapist somewhere, let's say they're in I don't know, Bend, Oregon, they contacted you and they said, "Hey, I'm interested in writing an article on, I don't know." What's the word I want to use? Incompatible desire or something like that, then they would like to have that published on your site, because then they could say, "Hey, I'm published on, this great sex therapist site," and that improves their credibility. Okay, so these are the most common reasons that people would want to do this, and so you just need to know that going forward when you're considering their request. Just know what they're after. All right. Now, the second thing that you need to think about is, should you really consider their request at all? Right? You know their motivation. Now, should you do it? Okay, so let me tell you that it is a good idea to accept high quality articles that are written around relevant topics to your site anyway, obviously, right? It needs to fit into your site. And then it also needs to be of benefit to your readers. So ask yourself, would you write this article yourself? If you had the time and you had the inspiration, would you write this article yourself and put it on your website? If so, why not accept it? That's great, right? Because somebody else is doing the work. They're writing something. They would be providing high quality content to your readers, and it's going to help you to have that article on your site. Okay, so that's the second thing. The third thing is you really want to check where they're going to link out to. So typically people expect that they're going to be able to write a blog post, and then they're going to have a little bio section at the bottom, and that's going to say this was written by, this post was written by so-and-so. So-and-so is a private practitioner in, Bend, Oregon, whatever. And you can find out more information at their website, bendsextherapist.com, something like that. So you do want to go there. You want to go to that site and you want to look at it, and you want to make sure that it's a quality site, right? You want to make sure that it's not some, spammy site out there that would hurt your reputation if you linked to it. So just check out the site, make sure it's something that you think would be of value to your readers and enhance your reputation rather than hurt it. And if that's the case, then probably accepting a guest post is a good deal for you. Okay. Now, finally, if guest posting is something you want to consider, it is a great way to grow your content on your site. If you have a fairly decent site and people want to guest post for you and get the links back and be associated with you, then it's a pretty good way to grow your content. So if you want to do this, then you could pursue this option of even outreaching to people and saying, "Hey, would you like to guest post?" If you're going to do that, you do want to have guest post guidelines, okay? That's going to make everything much easier because you can ensure that the quality of the posts that are coming to you are of a certain standard, and that people will write the post correctly. So we have guest post guidelines on our site. You could take a look at those and model some for yourself after what we've done. You can go to counselingwise.com/guest-post guidelines. Check ours out and go ahead and model yours. And if you do create guidelines, then you can send them to people, and you can actually do outreach and say, hey, would you like to do a guest post on my site? I'm really looking for an article on X, some topic. And if you're open to the idea, then check out my guest post guidelines, and I'd love to have your content on my site. And that helps them because they get a backlink, and it helps you because you get more content. Anyway, if this video was helpful for you in pondering this topic, then I'm thinking that you might really be interested also in our free report, 7 Creative Ideas for Getting Blog Post Topics. And you can find that free report at counselingwise.com/blogging-topics. Take care. Bye-bye.